Hello, and welcome to my channel.
The rain fell steadily on the cobblestone streets of Montmartre, creating a symphony of soft pitter-patter that echoed through the neighborhood. Emma DuPont, a 28-year-old aspiring writer, hurried through the rain-soaked streets, her umbrella struggling to shield her from the downpour. She was on her way to work at a small cafe nestled in the heart of Montmartre, where she worked as a waitress to support herself while pursuing her dream of becoming a writer. Montmartre was a neighborhood known for its bohemian charm and artistic history. It was home to iconic landmarks such as the Sacré-Cœur Basilica, which stood proudly atop the hill, offering a breathtaking view of the city. The narrow streets were lined with quaint cafes, art studios, and bookshops, each exuding its own unique character. Montmartre was a place where creativity thrived, and Emma found solace in its vibrant energy. Emma had always been drawn to literature. From a young age, she would lose herself in the pages of her favorite novels, finding comfort and inspiration in the written word. She dreamed of crafting stories that would captivate readers and transport them to new worlds. But lately, she had been struggling to find her own voice as a writer. The words seemed to elude her, leaving her feeling frustrated and defeated. As she entered the cafe, shaking off the raindrops from her coat, Emma couldn't help but feel a sense of familiarity and belonging. The cozy interior was adorned with vintage posters and shelves filled with books, creating an ambience that resonated with her love for literature. She took a deep breath, inhaling the aroma of freshly brewed coffee and pastries. The cafe was bustling with activity as customers sought refuge from the rain. Emma quickly changed into her work apron and began attending to the tables, taking orders and serving steaming cups of coffee. The sound of chatter and laughter filled the air, creating a warm and welcoming atmosphere. Just as Emma began her shift, a mysterious stranger walked into the cafe. The door creaked open, and a gust of wind accompanied his entrance, causing the small bells hanging above the door to chime softly. He was tall and had an air of intrigue about him, as if he carried secrets within the depths of his soul. His dark hair was disheveled from the rain, and his clothes clung to his body, drenched from the downpour. Emma's eyes were drawn to him immediately, her curiosity piqued by his enigmatic presence. She watched as he shook off his coat and approached her with a polite smile. "Bonjour," he said, his voice smooth and deep. "May I have a table near the window, please?" Emma nodded, her heart pounding in her chest as she led him to a table with a view of the rain-soaked streets outside. She couldn't help but steal glances at him as she went about her duties. There was something about him that intrigued her, a magnetic pull that she couldn't resist. As she brought him his coffee, their eyes met briefly, and Emma felt a jolt of electricity pass between them. She quickly looked away, feeling her cheeks flush with embarrassment. She had never experienced such an instant connection with a stranger before. Please support my channel by liking and subscribing. As Emma served Gabriel his coffee, she couldn't help but strike up a conversation. "Are you from around here?" she asked, trying to hide the nervousness in her voice. Gabriel looked up at her, his eyes sparkling with a hint of mischief. "No, I'm not. I'm just passing through," he replied, taking a sip of his coffee. "But I've always been drawn to Montmartre. There's a certain magic in the air here, don't you think?" Emma smiled, feeling an instant connection with Gabriel. "I couldn't agree more. Montmartre has a way of inspiring artists and dreamers. It's a place where creativity flourishes." Their conversation flowed effortlessly as they discovered their shared love for literature. They exchanged stories and ideas, each inspiring the other with their passion for writing. Emma felt a sense of exhilaration as they delved into discussions about their favorite authors and the power of storytelling. As they talked, the rain outside intensified, creating an intimate atmosphere within the cafe. The sound of raindrops tapping against the window pane provided a soothing backdrop to their conversation, as if the rain itself was eavesdropping on their words. As the rain continued to pour outside, Emma felt a growing sense of comfort in Gabriel's presence. She found herself opening up to him, sharing her struggles as a writer. "Sometimes, I fear that I'll never find my own voice," she confessed, her voice tinged with vulnerability. Gabriel reached across the table, gently placing his hand on hers. "I understand that feeling all too well," he admitted. "As an artist, I often question whether I'll ever find my true artistic identity. It's a constant search, but one that is necessary for growth." Emma looked into Gabriel's eyes, finding solace in his understanding. It was as if he could see into the depths of her soul, understanding her fears and insecurities. Their shared vulnerability deepened their connection, creating a sense of understanding and acceptance between them. As Emma and Gabriel continued their conversation, they noticed something unusual happening outside the cafe. Raindrops began to form words and sentences on the windows, whispering secrets and inspiration. They watched in awe as phrases like "follow your heart" and "embrace the unknown" appeared before their eyes. The rain seemed to be guiding them, offering them a path to follow. Emma and Gabriel were captivated by this magical phenomenon, feeling as though they were part of something greater than themselves. The rain had become their muse, igniting a spark within them that they had longed for. They leaned closer to the window, their breath fogging up the glass as they absorbed the whispered words. The raindrops danced across the window pane, forming intricate patterns that seemed to mirror the complexities of their own lives. Emma and Gabriel made a spontaneous decision. They would embrace the inspiration offered by the rain and embark on an adventure through Paris. Leaving the cafe behind, They ventured out into the rain-soaked streets, their spirits lifted by the magic in the air. They visited iconic landmarks like the Eiffel Tower and Notre Dame Cathedral, finding inspiration in the city's beauty. The rain seemed to enhance the colors, making everything appear more vibrant and alive. They wandered through hidden alleyways and stumbled upon quaint bookshops, immersing themselves in the literary history of the city. Along the way, they encountered other characters who also found themselves transformed by the rain's whispers. A street artist painted vibrant murals inspired by the rain, while a musician played haunting melodies on his violin, capturing the melancholy of the rainy day. As Emma and Gabriel continued their journey through Paris, they discovered their own voices as artists. They encouraged each other to embrace their unique perspectives and create art that reflected their true selves. Emma found herself writing with newfound confidence, her words flowing effortlessly onto the page. She captured the magic and beauty of the rain in Paris, weaving a story that transported readers to a world where dreams and reality intertwined. Gabriel, on the other hand, experimented with different mediums and styles, searching for his artistic identity. He painted abstract landscapes that captured the essence of Montmartre, infusing his work with the same sense of mystery that had drawn Emma to him. Through their shared experiences and newfound confidence, Emma and Gabriel found inspiration for their writing and art. They realized that their journey together had been more than just a chance encounter. It had been a catalyst for their artistic growth. As their time in Paris came to an end, Emma and Gabriel knew it was time to part ways. They had shared a magical connection, but they also understood that their paths diverged for now. They stood on a bridge overlooking the Seine, the rain falling gently around them. Emma's heart ached at the thought of saying goodbye to Gabriel, but she knew that their encounter had forever changed her. She returned to the cafe with a renewed sense of purpose, ready to continue her journey as a writer. The rain had given her the inspiration and confidence she had longed for. The story ends with a sense of hope and possibility, as Emma embraces her own voice as a writer and looks forward to future encounters that may shape her life. She knows that the rain will always hold a special place in her heart, whispering its secrets and guiding her on her artistic journey. Months passed, and Emma found herself experiencing the rain's whispers even when she was alone. As she sat at her desk, the raindrops formed words and sentences on her window pane, offering solace and inspiration. She would watch in awe as the rain transformed into a muse, guiding her hand across the page. Emma began writing a novel that captured the magic and beauty of the rain in Paris. She poured her heart and soul into the story, infusing it with the same sense of wonder that had captivated her during her time with Gabriel. The words flowed effortlessly, as if they were being whispered to her by the rain itself. Meanwhile, Gabriel continued his search for his artistic identity. He experimented with different mediums and styles, constantly pushing the boundaries of his creativity. He created sculptures that seemed to defy gravity and paintings that evoked a sense of longing and nostalgia. Several months later, Emma attended an art exhibition in Montmartre. As she walked through the gallery, her eyes were drawn to a familiar painting. It was Gabriel's work, displayed prominently on the wall. She couldn't believe her eyes. Fate had brought them together once again. Emma made her way to the painting, her heart pounding with anticipation. Just as she reached it, she heard a voice behind her. "Emma," Gabriel said, his voice filled with surprise and delight. She turned around, a smile spreading across her face. "Gabriel," she replied, feeling a rush of joy at seeing him again. They embraced, their connection as strong as ever. They spent the evening catching up on their artistic journeys, sharing stories of how the rain had continued to inspire them. Emma showed Gabriel the novel she had written, and he unveiled a collection of paintings that captured the essence of their rainy day adventure. As they stood together, surrounded by art and the whispers of the rain outside, Emma and Gabriel made a promise to stay in touch and support each other's artistic endeavors. They knew that their paths would continue to intertwine, their connection forever linked by the magic of that rainy day in Montmartre. And so, as the rain continued to fall outside, Emma and Gabriel embarked on a new chapter of their lives, forever changed by the power of words and the serendipity of their reunion. The story of their rainy day in Montmartre would forever hold a special place in their hearts, reminding them of the beauty that can be found in unexpected encounters and the transformative power of art.